Hey everyone, Katie here. So I am doing a video in VRChat, which VRChat is a VR game which you can go to different worlds and you can find different things to do and meet different people. I just wanted to clear that up first before we get into the video. And also, this video is about coffee because this video is for economics. And it's about the stabilization of economics, which means I will be explaining the ins and outs of coffee. And what better place for describing coffee and talking about coffee than Starbucks coffee. So, this video will be a first-person experience where you will be seeing through the eyes of the camera. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you all inside.
Welcome to Starbucks, man! What can I get you?
I would like a iced vanilla coffee, please.
Sure thing. What size would you like? We have small, big, and something else.
I would like a small, please.
Alright, that'll be $12.82.
For a small?
Right.
Alright.
Alrighty, that'll be right up.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, hey, I have a question.
Yes?
So I've been wondering.
Sorry, I didn't notice you were there.
That's right. So I was wondering, right, since Starbucks and all, how is coffee actually made?
Well, that's a really good question. Oh wait, let's go into the back and see.
All right.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Hey man, you can't be back here.
We're just browsing.
Never mind. I don't get paid enough for this. I'm taking a break.
You messed up my order. How dare you?
Sorry. Okay. Alright.
Alright.
So, this is the coffee machine.
My order.
And since we want to know what the coffee,
Alright.
how it's made, is you see these, filter areas? What you do is you would take it out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to break it because it's not ours, but you take it out, and then there's these paper filters that you would put into the container here, and then you would put the coffee beans into it, which are grinded up, and then you put it back in. And there's a hole on top of it. Well, there's usually a hole on top of these where you put water in. And then the machine, it makes the water really, really hot. Okay? So then the water gets really, really, really hot, and it goes through. And then it mixes with the coffee here, and it goes down into the machine. Which, then you can take a cup, and you get nice, warm coffee. See? He's drinking. I'm pretty sure you'll have to pay for that now, since it's still a store.
Oh wow. That's that was
It's
pretty
okay.
good.
Here, I'll get you some money. I gotta find it. Where's my wallet? Oh, here. There you go. Okay. So, once it... He's just watching.
You in there, man, don't make me call the manager in there.
I thought you were the manager. we're just, it's a coffee field trip thing, you know? I thought the teacher schedule would work. Okay. So if you're done with the coffee grinds, then you can take out the filter and just throw it away. Because once you throw away the coffee grinds, they can then they just go into the trash, which then is taken to the landfill. And in the landfill, they decompose after 3 to 6 months.
Oh, interesting.
Would you like to learn more? Well, anything else about coffee?
Sure.
Did you know that coffee beans are actually coffee cherries? It's like how raisins
Coffee
are actually
cherries.
grapes.
Mm.
Yeah. Also, coffee plants are called coffea, which there are actually 25 to 100 different species of coffee, different types of coffee. The most two important and used coffee types are Arabica and Robusta. Which Robusta is grown in Central and Western Africa, also in South Asia. Yeah. Yep. And hold on, let me think. Arabica.
That sounds really interesting.
Sorry if I'm wrong, but I believe that Arabica is from Ethiopia. I believe that's how it's. Yes. I'm not paying for that cup.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're gonna get us thrown out.
It's coffee. You know, everybody gets coffee.
Yes, but
Everyone gets
this is a
coffee.
Starbucks. You're supposed to pay for the coffee here.
It was good. I kind of got it.
I already called the cops. They're on their way.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! I gotta run. So I actually have another question. You know, before you enjoy your coffee, like where and when was coffee originated?
Actually, no one really knows where the coffee plant came from. There are many, there are actually many myths and legends of where coffee came from, but they just don't know where.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So when could you say, you know, people start liking coffee? Because, you know, who thought it was a good idea to
well, people started to use coffee because they noticed that for some reason their cows started to get really hyper all of a sudden. But then they tried the plant themselves and they ended up using it for themselves as energy over time. I believe it was in the 1950s that they started actually using coffee for its intended purpose of giving energy.
yeah. What contains coffee that makes people really into it?
Oh, what's inside the coffee that causes people to get energy is the caffeine. The caffeine is what gives people energy.
Yeah. Caffeine. So if I had to like drink more of those, I could be really, really hyper, huh?
Yes. Although some people seem to not get as hyper from caffeine than others. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
I was wondering, how long does coffee last before it goes bad?
It lasts about 3 to 5 months, and that's just to get the best of the quality taste, but you really want to finish about 1 to 2 weeks after buying.
Oh, okay. Also, how is the coffee processed? I always wondered that.
Oh boy, alrighty. Well, there are 2 methods to process the coffee cherries and the coffee beans, you see. The first method is dry. That's where the freshly picked cherries are spread out on a huge surface to dry in the sun. Now, to prevent the cherries from spoiling, they're raked and turned around throughout the day, and then they're covered at night and during the rain to prevent them from getting wet. Depending on the weather, this process may take several weeks for each batch of coffee to be done, you know, until the moisture content of the cherries drops to around 11%. The second method is called the wet method. The wet method removes the pulp from the coffee cherry after harvesting so that the bean is dried with only a parchment skin left on it. First, after the freshly harvested cherries are passed through a pulping machine to separate the skin and the pulp from the bean. Then the beans are separated by weight as they pass through the water channels. The lighter beans float to the top while the heavier ripe beans sink down to the bottom. They pass through a series of rotated drums that separate them by size, and then after the separation, the beans are transported to a large water-filled fermentation tank. Depending on a combination of factors such as the condition of the beans, the climate, and the altitude, they were made into these tanks from anywhere from 12 to 48 hours to remove a thick layer of mucilage called the parenchyma that's still attached to the parchment. Now, while resting in the tanks, naturally occurring enzymes will cause this layer to dissolve, and when the fermentation is complete, the beans feel rough to the touch. Then the beans are rinsed by going through additional water channels and are ready for drying.
Wow, you know a lot for working in a Starbucks store. Were you once
thank
on
you.
Were you once on a coffee bean farm before?
No.
Okay. How are coffee beans shipped? Like, how do you get them?
Well, they're usually loaded onto ships in either jute or sisal bags, and they're loaded into shipping containers or bulk shipped inside plastic lined containers.
Oh. Could we see where you store them?
Yeah, sure. Come on back here. I'll take you guys down to the storage containers.
Let's go! It seems you're, out.
Yeah, there's been a mix-up in the shipping and receiving department. We haven't gotten coffee beans in probably 3 weeks.
So, would you say that they're still fresh?
Yeah. But after 4 weeks, no.
Oh, I see. Do they stay fresh longer if you freeze them?
They could, they can't. It all depends on the kind of bean. Most of the time, freezing doesn't hurt.
Ah, I see. Is there anything else that you can tell us about coffee?
I'll tell you, coffee's probably one of the best things you could ever do. No drugs, no cigarettes, coffee, that's the thing you gotta get addicted to. 'Cause it's cheap and it's legal.
Why do you say that?
Personal experience.
Oh, I see. So is there, any other place that you store the coffee beans here?
Well, I mean, we do have a second room over here, but this is, also empty.
Oh, it's also empty? Oh, yeah, it's also empty. What about this one?
Don't go in there. Jimmy was the last one to go in there. You don't want to go in there.
Okay. What about that one?
Don't go in that one either.
So don't go into the closets, right?
This is true.
Okay. Alright. I see. Well, thank you so much. We learned a lot about coffee. I
Oh
think
yeah, happy to inform the masses about the coffee.
we'll be heading out then. Come on, let's go.
Bye, you kids.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye. So wasn't that such a great learning experience?
Yeah, I had fun learning more about coffee.
Yeah. Coffee is so interesting. The main reason why I decided to learn about coffee is because, well, I only seen them as coffee beans. I didn't know they were once coffee cherries, or that they have such a big process to get them into our cups.
Yeah, it was a lot of learning.
Oh, I forgot a question. I wonder if she'll be willing to answer it. Let's go see. I forgot to ask her something. Excuse me, miss.
What?
I forgot a question. I forgot a question.
Okay.
What
is it?
What is the supply chain of the coffee? What's the supply chain? Like, what is the exact chain from whenever it grows to whenever it gets to stores?
Well, first the beans gotta grow. After they're done growing, then they're harvested. They're hulling, drying, then packing and bulking, and then they're blended, and then they're finally roasted. The beans go through a couple different international transporters, export sellers, and then they end up at retailers such as grocery stores, cafes, and specialty shops.
I see. Are there any other places that people can buy coffee beans than cafes like this?
Yeah, you can get it in other stores in like Walmart or something. You can get it bagged.
Oh, that's really interesting. All right, now all my questions are answered. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now we can go.
What a good couple of kids.
Oops, I almost walked into the window. Hello, welcome back from the video. And now we're going to move on to some review questions. Be sure to get out a piece of paper so that way you can write down all of your answers. At the end, I will be going over the answers, and then in the comments, make sure to write your score. It's going to be 5 out of 5. So let's see what happens. So question 1 is, where do Robusta coffee beans grow? Is it A, Canada, B, Africa, C, Mexico, or D, Australia? I'll give you 5 seconds to figure out your answer. Well, during the wait, I will ask the class here what they think it is. So class, what do you think the answer is?
94.
Is it a type of dog?
No.
Oh, Gabriel wanted to find
English.
We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Alright, next question 2. Number 2, what are 2 methods of making coffee beans? Is it A,
Wait, no.
sweet and spicy method, B, pizza time method, C, chocolate and milk method, or D, dry and wet method? While you're putting down your answer, let's see what the class thinks. So what are your answers, everyone? Go ahead.
Definitely spicy, right? I like jalapenos.
Well, you'll see whenever we say the answers at the end. Anyone else have a guess?
Oh. I'm gonna go with Jets. Yeah.
Jets?
Jets.
Alright.
Jets are cool. Boeing 7.
Hey, let go of my leg, fool.
47. Yeah.
What about you?
On my arm. On my arm.
She says pizza, okay. And Mittens? Great info.
I like your hoodie.
Okay, time to go to question 3. How many cups of coffee are bad for you daily? Is it A, 5 cups a day, B, 9 cups a day, or C, 10 cups a day, or D, all of the above, and the one below, or E, 3 cups a day? Why are you up from your seat? Skip down.
We'll talk about details later.
I'm backwards. How about that?
I can't see. Where are the
Are you
questions?
I am in a lot of pain. Bones in my body at the moment. This hurts very much. Ah!
Number 4. What plant is used to make coffee? Is it A, pizza plant, B, coffea, or C, or D, caffeine plant? Any feedback from you, Mittens?
That.
No? Okay, great. What about you? Any information? Nope.
My arm. Rate my arm. I have fiancé. 21.
Now number 5. Where does coffee grains go when thrown out? A, space, B, recycling, C, landfill, or D, trash? Would a student like to come up and circle the answers to... That is right. The answer is Africa. For everyone at home, make sure if you got it wrong to mark it off. And keep track of your score. Let's move on to question 2. So question 2, what do you think the answer is? Good job. The correct answer is wet and dry method. The answer for question 3 is D, all of the above. Well, and below. So now we move on to question 4. Please answer the question. Correct! The answer is coffea. Now, time for the last question. Number 5. Correct. The correct one is at landfill. So that's it. All 5 of the questions. Thank you for watching this review of the video, and be sure to put your score of what you got from taking these 5 questions into the comments below.
Welcome to Starbucks, man. What can I get you?
Definitely spicy, right?
This hurts very much.